three phase induction motor. Okay, three phase induction motor. Today I have discussed working of three phase induction motor. Okay, now we have already discussed if stator is wound for three phase balance supply, balance winding excited by three phase balance supply, then stator magnetic field rotating with respect to stator winding, that is Ns, this is equal to 120 F by P. I have already discussed in previous lecture. So first of all, written in three phase induction motor, stator is wound for three phase balance winding as excited by three phase balance currents. So stator field rotate at a speed, which speed? Ns. What about Ns? 120 F by P. Why Ns is equal to 120 F by P? I have already discussed in previous lecture, that's why. Clear? Now balance current means, first of all make the diagram. Stator, this one is a stator winding. Okay, three phase supply on stator, that is IA, IB and that is IC. IA means, suppose IA this be equal to Im cos omega t, IB this be equal to Im cos omega t minus 120. Okay, and IC this be equal to Im cos omega t minus 240, are written as, this is Im cos omega t plus 120. Clear? Three phase balance winding, that is A, B, C. Okay, this one cross A dash, this one B dash and this one C dash. Clear? 120 120 three phase balance winding. Okay, phase angle between both 120 and this is also 120 and this one is also 120. Okay, excited by three phase balance current like this one, then rotating magnetic field are generated in stator winding. Okay, so if you suppose generated pole N1 and S1, direction of rotating field like this one, if you sit on the stator and see N1 this be equal to Ns. Okay, if suppose a magnet like this one, then stator field rotate in clockwise direction like this one. If phase, this is positive sequence, this type sequence is called positive sequence. If supply are interchange, if two terminals are interchange, it means this sequence is ACB, that sequence is ACB and rotation clockwise. That this concept also already discussed in previous lecture. Okay, now we have discussed corresponding to this one, if three phase balance supply corresponding to this one, this is called also positive sequence. okay, or ABC. Power system point of view, power positive sequence, machine point of view, ABC sequence. Okay, now we have considered rotor. This one is a rotor. If rotor is also wound, if rotor is also bound 3-phase balance winding and like this one and this one, 3-phase balance winding, small a cross, I know that A dash, B, that is B dash, and that is C, and that is C dash. Clear? First of all, written as rotor is also bound for 3-phase balance winding and sorted onto itself. So written as rotor also wound for 3-phase balance winding as sorted onto itself. Okay, means if 3-phase supply so we make this one is a stator winding like this one. Okay, now make rotor winding represent like this one. Okay, and this is short circuited. This one is a short circuited stator and that is rotor. Clear? A dash, sorry, B dash, C dash. Clear? A dash, B dash, C dash, and 3-phase supply. Three-phase supply given to stator, and this one is short circuited. This one is a rotor is short circuited corresponding to question. Okay, simplify representation, and sometime rotor make like this one. Okay, that is A, B and C sequence, and that is short circuited. Clear? This one is simplified representation of this one. Okay, now initially rotor is stationary, so written as initially rotor is stationary it means what about NR? NR this equal to 0. NR means rotor winding speed of rotor winding with respect to stator structure or stator winding, that is 0. Rotor is not rotating. So what about relative motion? Relative motion between rotor winding and stator field. Rotor winding and stator field. Okay, Now, relative motion. Relative motion means this one is a rotor winding and this one is a stator field. Relative motion between stator field and rotor winding. Okay, first of all, it is clear. It means if you sit on the rotor winding, and see the stator field. Okay, you sit on the rotor winding and see the stator field. Okay, now another word, if fundamental concept of induced EMF, you know that suppose that this one is a conductor, this conductor are placed in the magnetic field, or you can say that a magnetic field like this one and conductor like this one. If relative speed occurs in between conductor and magnetic field, suppose that magnetic field like this one and conductor are like this one. If conductor is rotating in magnetic field, then induced EMF are generated corresponding to this one, or you can say that conductor is like this one and rotating field are moving like this one, then induced EMF also generated. Okay, it means if field are rotating or conductor are rotating or both are rotating. Okay, means if relative speed between conductor and magnetic field, then induced EMF on the conductor. Clear? If induced EMF are generated and corresponding to conductor, and if conductor is short circuited, suppose that a wire connected to this one, if conductor is short circuited, then induced current also generated. Clear? First of all, written as relative motion, that is stator field with respect to rotor winding, that is means you sit on the rotor winding and see stator field. You sit on the rotor winding and see the stator field like NS. Okay, initially that is NS minus NR. What about NR initially? That is 0. Initial NR speed is 0, that's why you written as NS minus NR. Now it means relative speed occurs between stator field and rotor winding. Clear? So you can say that first of all written as so there are three-phase balance induced EMF in rotor winding. Clear? Why balance? Because of rotor winding also three-phase balance winding, that's why EMF are generated corresponding to rotor, that is balance, three-phase balance induced EMF. Clear? Now what about rotor? Rotor also short circuited. As rotor shorted, their three-phase balance induced current in rotor winding. Clear? rotor winding. Now here induced current are generated. Suppose that is EA and that is suppose that EB and EC. Magnitude wise EA, EB, EC are same. Clear? Magnitude wise EA, EB, EC are same because of three-phase balance winding. Okay, because of this one is also three-phase balance winding and supply three-phase. This is also three-phase balance supply current are given to stator and corresponding to relative speed occurs between stator field and rotor winding. Okay, after relative speed then induced EMF also generated because of basic fundamental concept. If rotating magnetic field, or you can say that a conductor are moving in rotating magnetic field, or magnetic field are rotating corresponding to conductor. Okay, if correspond or both are rotating in different speed, okay, in same direction, or you can say that if both are rotating, okay, means if relative speed, you can say that basically relative speed occurs between magnetic field and conductor, then induced EMF are generated corresponding to conductor. Okay, clear? If induced EMF are generated, if okay, and conductor is also short circuited. Suppose that here rotor is short circuited, rotor winding is short circuited. If suppose that conductor is short circuited, then induced EMF is also generated. Now if induced current also generated, according to Lenz law, induced current always oppose very cause of production. What is cause of production? Induced current generated by relative speed. It means what is the cause of production? Relative speed. Okay, it means current, induced current oppose relative motion. Clear? So written as induced current in rotor oppose very cause of production, very cause of their production. Clear? That is here relative motion. Here you can say that relative motion, cause of production here, that is relative motion. Relative motion between rotor winding and stator field and stator field. And stator field. Clear? Now it means suppose that is P this equal to 4 pole and F this equal to 50 Hz. What about NS? That is 120 F by P. This is 1500 RPM. Clear? Let suppose that P this equal to 4 pole machine and supply frequency is 50 Hz. Then what about NS? That is 120 F by P. If putting this one 120 into F 50 Hz by 4, that is 1500 RPM. Okay. Before induced current, what about the speed? 1500 RPM. Okay. Now after induced current, if induced current are generated in rotor winding, then it is oppose the relative motion because of according to Lenz law. Okay. So written as according to, that is according to Lenz law. Okay, according to Lenz law, oppose the relative motion means this speed r decreases if that is 1500 rpm. Clear? If rotor is not rotating, then if you sit on the rotor winding and see stator field like 1500 rpm, after induced current are generated in rotor, then according to Lenz law, induced current oppose relative motion. It means this speed also decreases, means this speed, it means rotor. What is the direction of rotor? Rotor is start rotating. Which direction? You sit on the rotor and see stator field. See stator field. Rotor are rotating. There are two possibilities. Rotor rotating like this one or rotor rotating like this one. Suppose that rotor rotating in the opposite direction of stator field. This one is stator field and you sit on this one. Okay, you sit on this one, means if you make linear diagram, that is this one is a stator capital A and this is small a. Stator field ns, stator field ns. If rotor is not rotating, then this one C, that is n1 like ns. Clear? If rotor is not rotating, means nr is equal to 0, then you sit on the winding. Okay, then relative motion between stator field and rotor winding, simply ns, because rotor speed is 0. If rotor is rotating, suppose that it is rotating corresponding to this direction nr. Okay, then this person is c, this speed, that is ns plus nr. Okay, clear? Suppose that this one is a train and this one is another train. You sit on here. If this train is moving on like this one and you moving on like this one, suppose that like this speed, it means if you see this train if you sit on this train and see this train, okay, this train speed look like 1500 plus 1440 rpm. It means this speed are increases, relative speed are increases because of initially in relative speed 1500. If rotor is rotating in the opposite direction of stator field, then what about relative speed? 1500 plus this speed, it means increases. But according to Lenz law, this speed are reduced. Okay, because of, according to Lenz law, if induced current are generated, then induced current oppose relative motion. It means relative speed are decreases, but here speed are increases. It means rotor never rotate in the opposite direction of stator field. Clear? So this one case first, this case is not applicable here. Clear? Why the rotor is not rotating in the opposite direction of stator field? Clear? Now if another case, second case, only two cases are possible, that's why we have taken one by one. Suppose that rotor rotating in the direction of stator field, like this one. Suppose that like this one. In this case, you sit on here and see this train. This train look like this speed minus this speed, that is 60 rpm. this speed is less than this one. Okay, if rotor rotate in the direction of stator field, then and you see you sit on the rotor winding and see this is field speed, that is N1 look like Ns minus Nr. This one is a relative speed, this speed is decreases, it means this concept, or you can say that this case is satisfy this relation, or you can say that this satisfy Lenz law. Okay, so you can say that finally rotor rotating in the rotor start rotating after induced current generated, then rotor start rotating in the direction, in the same direction of stator field. Clear? Then relative speed between stator winding and rotor field, that is Ns minus Nr. Clear? So first of all written as this one is corresponding to case second. So first of all written as, clear? To reduce the relative motion rotor also rotates, or you can say that rotor also start rotate better. Start rotate rotating in the same direction as that of stator field at a speed Nr, and what about Nr? Nr is less than Ns. Clear? So relative motion of stator field with respect to rotor winding Ns minus Nr. Clear? Rotor winding, that is Ns minus Nr. Clear? Now we have discussed first of all why Nr is less than Ns. First of all make it, after that we have discussed. Clear? Now what I discussed, now we have discussed if three phase balance winding on stator and supply to three phase balance current, then stator magnetic field Ns this equal to 120 F by stator magnetic field rotating with speed Ns this equal to 120 F by P. Okay, after that we have discussed rotor is also wound three phase balance winding and sorted, okay, onto itself. Then you know that stator excited by three-phase balance winding, rotor stator magnetic field ns this equal to 120 f by p. Starting rotor is not rotating. Why? Initial at initial, or you can say that at stand still nr this equal to 0. Okay, so if you know that a conductor is sit on the magnetic field and magnetic field are rotating, or conductor are rotating, or both are rotating, then relative speed r occurs. If relative speed r occurs, then induce EMF on the conductor. And if conductor is, you know the basic concept, if conductor is short circuited, then induced current also generated in conductor. Okay, same procedure here also. Rotor is short circuited. Now relative speed occurs between stator field and conductor, then relative speed occurs, then induce EMF in rotor winding. After that, if rotor induce EMF on rotor winding, and rotor is also three-phase balance bounded, that's why, and also short circuited, okay, onto itself. So induce three-phase balance induced current are generated in rotor winding, and rotor start rotating in the direction of, I know that if induced current are present in rotor, then induced current also oppose the relative motion. You know that according to Lenz law, induced current in rotor winding, this also oppose relative motion. Okay, because of induced current always oppose very cause of production. What is cause of production here? Cause of production is relative motion. That's why induced current oppose relative motion. It means if induced current is not generated, then what about relative motion? ns this equal to 1500 rpm, direction of ns, that is clockwise, like this one. Now after that, if induced current are generated, then relative motion are opposed. This current is opposed the relative motion. It means relative speed are decreases. It means this speed are decreases. It means rotor start rotating. There are two possibilities. If rotor is rotating in the opposite direction of stator field, then relative speed are increases. This is not possible. Now if rotor start rotating in the opposite direction, same direction in the stator field, then relative speed are decreases, like this one. Clear? We have discussed corresponding to this one, relative speed, finally ns minus nr. Okay, now first question is rise. Rotor is rotating with speed nr, why not ns are greater than ns? Okay, why rotor speed less than ns? Means nr always, suppose that if nr this equal to ns, means what about relative motion? Relative motion is ns minus nr, that is 0 if nr this equal to ns. In this case, no relative motion between stator field and rotor winding. Clear? So no induced EMF and no induced current in rotor winding. Clear? And also that is no torque production. induction motor always rotates at nr less than ns. Clear? Why nr is not equal to ns? Always less than ns because of no torque production if nr is equal to ns. Clear? Now slip, as this is equal to ns minus nr divided by ns. I know that suppose that nr is equal to rpm, then what about slip? 1500 minus that is 4%, means rotor slip how much percent? That is 4%. Clear? This one is 0.04. So now another way, if induce, I know that induce current and induce current and induce EMF corresponding to rotor are generated. Okay, after that frequency of induced EMF, frequency of induced EMF as induced currents in rotor winding. What about induced current? Induced frequency of induced current, frequency of induced EMF, or you can say the induced current in rotor winding, that is F1. This is equal to P upon 120 into relative speed, that is delta n. What about relative speed here? That is P upon 120 into ns minus nr. Okay, ns minus nr. I know that what is ns minus nr? This is written as ns sns. So F1 is equal to P upon 120 into sns, and this one is written as sns, means 120 f by p. So finally f into s, sf. Clear? So you can say that frequency of induced EMF and induced current in rotor winding, that is sf, that is called slip frequency. That is called slip frequency. Clear? Now another way is three-phase balance winding of rotor carries three-phase balance current with frequency F1 is equal to SF. So written as three-phase balance winding of rotor carries three-phase balance induced current of frequency SF. So you can say that I know that frequency F1, then also you can say that rotating field will be developed, rotating field will be developed by rotor winding. This is equal to 120 F1 by P, that is 120 SF divided by P. Clear? So this one is also written as 120 F by P into S. So this is also NS. It means this expression also written as speed of now, that is speed of rotor field with respect to rotor winding, that is SNS. You can say that is NS minus NR. Clear? Means if you sit on rotor and see rotor rotating like this one, NR, and rotating field of rotor winding like this one, S2 is written as SNS. Clear? This is also direction of rotation of stator field, rotor field. This is the direction of stator field like this one. Now more clarify. First off, clear? And this one is a slip frequency. You can say that SF. So first of all, more clarify. Suppose that this is a stator winding. This is the stator winding A, and this one is a rotor. Rotor is rotating NR with respect to, if you see NR rotor speed with respect to stator winding, that is NR. Now N1, that is NS, stator field with respect to stator winding, that is NS. Clear? If you sit on stator winding and see NS, N1 pole like NS speed, rotating NS speed in the same direction of rotor. Clear? Now if you sit on rotor and see rotor speed, stator speed with respect to stator winding, N1 like NS minus NR, this is speed called relative speed between rotor winding and stator field, or you can say that speed of stator field, speed of stator with respect to rotor winding, that is NS minus NR. Clear? If you sit on this one and this is speed 1500, if any doubt, like this one, and this one is written as. Clear? Now another way, what about speed of rotor winding, what about speed of rotor field with respect to rotor winding, that is SNS. Suppose that a boy running, or you can say they sit on the rotor field and see S2 is the rotor field with respect to rotor winding, that is NS minus NR. We got NS minus NR. Clear? Now if you sit on this one and see rotor field, if you sit on the stator and see rotor field, means rotor field with respect to stator winding. Rotor field with respect to stator winding, written as the speed of rotor field with respect to stator winding. Stator winding, this will be equal to, it means suppose that this one is a train and this one is a platform. You sit on the platform, a boy running on the train, which speed? Ns minus nr. Ns minus nr in the direction of nr. In the direction of nr. Then if you see this one, if you sit on the stator winding and see S2, what about C? Means that is like, if you see S2 like Sns plus nr, means boy running with speed with respect to stator winding, Sns plus nr, means finally you can say that Ns minus nr plus nr, actually it is rotating with speed Ns. Clear? Means you can say that speed of rotor winding with respect to stator winding plus speed of rotor field with respect to rotor winding. Clear? This speed is nr and this speed is Sns. Nr plus Ns minus nr, finally we got Ns. Okay? Means if you sit on stator, you can say that with respect to stator, Ns with respect to stator field is also Ns, and rotor field with respect to stator winding, that is also Ns. Clear? It means both field are rotating in the same direction and with speed Ns. If you sit on the stator, most of the time question asking, if you sit on the stator field and see rotor field, that is relative, you can say the relative motion between stator field and rotor field, that is 0, or you can say the both are stationary to each other, or you can say that is synchronized. So right now this statement, first of all, written now, with respect to stator winding, both stator field as rotor field Ns, that is stator field as rotor field are synchronized. Are stationary with respect to each other. Clear? And finally both are you can say that first of all make it, after that that is stator and that is rotor with speed ns and with both okay, that is stator flux and that is rotor flux. Okay, both are rotating with speed, both field speed are ns like this one. What about resultant of these two, that is phi m also rotate ns, okay, with speed ns. This phi m is called magnetizing flux, or you can say that air gap flux, okay, written as both stator flux phi s and rotor flux phi r at a rotates at a speed ns with respect to stator. Clear? With respect to stator winding, you can say that stator winding both are rotating with speed ns, and resultant also. So resultant phi m, or you can say the phi, that is phi s plus phi r. This resultant flux also called magnetizing flux or air gap flux. You can say that is or air gap flux also rotates with speed ns. Clear? Magnetizing flux or air gap flux, you can say that also rotate with speed ns. Clear? This is the final expression. Okay, now finally it is clear what I am saying. This one is a stator, three-phase supply, now here this one is a rotor, this one is a rotor, and this one is short circuited like this one. A dash, B dash, C dash. Frequency, rotor frequency like this one, and stator frequency like this one. This is a stator winding representation, that is rotor. Magnetizing flux, that is phi m. Clear? Okay. Now induced EMF in stator, and here is also A2. So we have focus on per phase induced EMF in stator winding. I know that we have discussed in the fundamental this expression, even this will root 2 pi f n1 phi m into kW1. Okay, n1 is the number of turn per phase. Okay, n1 will be the number of turn per phase, and kW winding factor on stators, that is kp1 into kd1, that is winding factor. And you know that what is the winding factor, already discussed in fundamental of machine. Okay, how to determine, okay, what is the expression for of stator. Clear? Now per phase induce EMF in rotor. On running condition, root 2 pi, that is SF frequency, SF like this one, phi m into N2 into kW2. kW2, this expression is also written as kp2 into kd2, that is winding factor of rotor winding of rotor, simply rotor. Clear? Now this is like this one, E to S. Okay, this is also E to S, this is also E to S, this is also E to S, this one E1, E1, E1. Okay, now at a standstill, what about slip? Ns minus 0 by Ns is equal to 1. At a standstill, Nr is equal to 0, that's why slip is 1. So this expression root 2 pi f phi m N2 into kW. Clear? So E2S is also written as S into E2. Okay, now E2 by E1 is written as E2 by E1, E2 by E1 is written as N2 kW2 divided by N1 kW1. Okay, this is called effective turn ratio, K, that is effective turn ratio, and N into kW, this is called NE. This is called NE, effective number of turn. It is called effective number of turns. ठीक है? Clear? So after that we have discussed in next lecture is relative speed problem. Okay, after that we have discussed equivalent, how to make equivalent circuit, okay, of three-phase induction motor, or you can say per phase equivalent circuit on stator side, just like transformer. In transformer, in primary side or secondary side, but here we have discussed per phase equivalent circuit of induction motor in stator side. Okay, how to express what is the current, what is the voltage. Okay, so it is clear. After this class we have discussed next class relative speed problems. Okay, if supply on rotor side or rotor is open circuit, if rotor is open circuit with connected spring and spring is open, and if rotor with the help of with the help of prime mover rotor rotating in direction, rotor rotate in the direction of stator field or in the direction of rotor field, what is the frequency of slip ring Okay, you can say that what is the frequency of induced EMF and induced EMF of rotor winding. Clear? How to determine, and lot of types of problems, GATE IES and UPSC type exam, and also some objective. Okay, so first of all, make it.